Hello, welcome to ehealthlearning.tv. I'm sat with Vicky Wright. We're just doing a setup for next Tuesday's webinar, which is entitled Stories of the Body, the Neutral Mask in Manual Therapy. I've been excited to invite Vicky some months ago, and now we're just a few days away from her webinar. Vicky Wright is a craniosacral therapist, structural integration practitioner, and movement teacher in physical theatre. She blends therapeutic practices of the body across into the arts, theatre, mask, and movement. Originally studying with Liz Stewart, another regular feature and partner here at eHealth, Tom Wing as well, at the Guild of Structural Integration, Colorado. She discovered parallels across into theatre practice and used to train performers in physical awareness and nonverbal communication. Becoming a performer and mask maker from Helicos International School of Theatre Creation, is that right?
That's right.
Italy, yeah. With Giovanni Fusetti, she studied the essentials of human movement through the physical theatre of Jacques Lecoq. Is that right? Lecoq.
Yeah, Lecoq.
And Vicky later became a biodynamic craniosacral practitioner, integrating this knowledge of the body in many levels and processes of the healing through her work. Beneath these many disciplines lies an innate wisdom of the body found within creativity, expression, and deep connection with the world around. In your bio, I'm reading from on ehealthlearning.tv. Vicky has a private practice. You're based in England, aren't you?
That's right, yeah.
In London, and is a tutor at the Craniosacral Therapy Education Trust. And alongside this, she runs mask making theatre workshops and courses, a mask theatre company offering workshops, in mask and movement. So it's Making Faces Theatre, it's called, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Wonderful. So a lot of our audience are body workers, as you know, and is there a little hint of something we spoke of earlier about how the stories of the body bring different elements of what it is to be a body worker alive, and give us some context around the structural work that many of us do, or the craniosacral or Bowen work that our members tend to be practicing? Would you say a little bit into that? Like, what are we going to explore on Tuesday?
Yeah, very much so. So I started out from doing the Rolf work and working with the body and looking at it structurally. And from that foundation, discovered really how we communicate a lot of information non-verbally through our body language, through our posture, and how the body, when we have certain experiences, will hold that information. So there's a really wonderful quote which says, "What is not expressed is impressed in the body." That comes from some Jungian work. And it's really that. It's when a client walks into the practice room, there's all these stories and there's all these experiences which are held. And it's very much, there can be a process of connection to these which come out in therapeutic work. And when I was working in the Rolf work, this would happen. Different qualities would come out in working with tissue, and releases which would just come as part of the therapeutic process. And stepping aside, I came across a lot of theatre work, in particular working in mask work. And that's a phenomenal practice. There's something called the neutral mask, which when worn shows a lot of information, but not within a structural and analytical sense, but more tapping into mythology, into emotion. And for myself, I found it just opened up a whole new world. I had studied the body very, very structurally and very technically, and yet there was a whole landscape of expression beneath that. And by stepping up and wearing a mask and being there, being present on stage, it really unleashed a whole new world of exploration, deepening all of my understanding in terms of alignment and embodiment. And so that's what we'll be exploring. We'll be talking more about that on Tuesday, and the connections between these disciplines of physical theatre and dynamics in the body, but held within therapeutic work. So within the Rolf work and within craniosacral in particular. there were direct connections between the neutral mask and the shifts within that, connecting to the Rolf work, and also within the cranial field, our relationship, we create that neutrality, we create practitioner neutral when we connect with a client. So it's really looking at how these fields can interweave and deepen our knowledge.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm really excited. There's certain stories Vicky was telling me about what happens when they work in a group with the mask and different movement and archetypal kind of patterns and processes. So we'll save that for Tuesday. This is going to be at 1900 hours, 7 o'clock UK time. If you register, I've put in this little video links to register for free, and you'll be sent the Vimeo links and you can join us in Vimeo, but it'll also be live in this Facebook community group and pinned to the top, so you'll be able to find it really easily if you want to just view it on Facebook here. We do hope you'll join us. Thank you, Vicky, for taking the time out to make this short video about your webinar, and we look forward to having you back on Tuesday to go live with it and explore further. And you've got some little video clips of people's experience with it as well from to share. So thank you so much.
Pleasure.